Xinjiang's vast arid landscape is dominated by the Taklamakan Desert, one of the largest and most inhospitable sand seas on Earth. Stretching for hundreds of kilometers, its endless dunes and barren plains create a world where life clings on at the very edge of possibility. Here, survival is a constant battle against the elements. The sun beats down mercilessly, and the wind sculpts the sand into ever-changing shapes, erasing footprints and swallowing all signs of life. Over centuries, the desert's shifting sands have swallowed entire cities, erasing once thriving civilizations and leaving only whispers of their existence beneath the dunes. In their place, the land is scarred by saline soil, a harsh legacy that resists even the most determined attempts at agriculture. The ground is crusted with salt, making it nearly impossible for most crops to take root. Farmers here endure relentless sun and scarce rain, their fields parched and their harvests uncertain. Every season is a gamble, and every drop of water is precious. Yet, the people of Xinjiang are resilient. Their knowledge, born from generations of trial and error, is a testament to their determination to wrest life from the desert. Amidst these daunting challenges, China sees untapped potential. The vision is bold: to transform these barren, sun-baked lands into productive fields that can help feed a nation. The government, together with scientists and local communities, views these empty spaces as resources waiting to be unlocked, believing that with science, innovation, and sheer determination, even the harshest desert can be conquered. But a question looms large: can a crop like rice, so deeply associated with water-rich paddies and lush green fields, possibly thrive in such a hostile, water-starved environment? The unforgiving sands of Xinjiang are about to become a living laboratory for one of China's most ambitious agricultural experiments, where tradition meets cutting-edge science. The stage is set for a groundbreaking transformation, one that could redefine what is possible in the world's most challenging landscapes. The solution to Xinjiang's agricultural challenge emerged not from the vast fields or traditional farming wisdom, but from the quiet hum of a laboratory. Here, far from the sun-baked soil, a new chapter in agriculture was about to be written. Chinese scientists, driven by the urgent need to feed a growing nation, embarked on a bold mission to create rice that could not only survive, but truly thrive in salty, inhospitable soil where nothing else would grow. With over 100 million hectares of saline land scattered across China, the stakes were high. Feeding 1.4 billion people is no small feat, and every patch of arable land counts. The pressure to find a solution was immense, and the clock was ticking. The breakthrough came through the power of genetics, inspired by the pioneering work of the late Yuan Longping, celebrated as the father of hybrid rice. His vision of resilient crops sparked a new wave of innovation. Researchers scoured the wild, searching for rice strains that had naturally adapted to salty environments. These wild varieties, often overlooked, held the genetic secrets to salt tolerance. The team began crossbreeding, blending nature's resilience with scientific precision. In the lab, scientists isolated specific genes responsible for filtering out harmful sodium ions. These genes acted like tiny gatekeepers, allowing the rice to flourish even when irrigated with brackish water. It was a delicate process, requiring years of careful analysis and experimentation. But the challenge didn't end with survival. The new rice had to yield abundantly, resist disease, and meet the high standards of taste and texture that people expect. Only then could it truly transform barren land into productive fields. After years of relentless experimentation and countless field trials, the scientists succeeded. They developed what is now known as seawater rice, a remarkable variety capable of growing strong and healthy in salty soil where ordinary rice would perish. The next step was to move from the lab to the land, testing this innovation on the salt-crusted plains of Xinjiang. Here, the true potential of seawater rice would be revealed. Scientists and farmers joined forces, carefully monitoring every stage of growth. The theory, painstakingly developed in the lab, was about to face its ultimate test in the real world. If successful, this new rice could unlock millions of hectares of land once thought useless, transforming deserts into green, productive farmland, and offering hope to regions plagued by soil salinity. The answer to Xinjiang's challenge, and perhaps the world's, now lay waiting in the fields, where science and nature had joined forces to rewrite the future of agriculture. The experiment began on a 10,000 square meter plot at the desert's edge. Once barren, this land was transformed into a muddy field through innovative irrigation. Salt-tolerant rice seedlings were planted, their survival uncertain in the salty soil. Scientists monitored salinity, soil, pH, and plant health, collecting data under Xinjiang's vast sky. The results were astonishing. The rice not only survived but flourished. The once barren land turned vibrant green, a testament to human ingenuity. This transformation showed that wasteland could become farmland with the right technology. The desert wasn't defeated, but a small piece had been persuaded to cooperate. The experiment was a powerful visual statement of possibility. A new chapter in agriculture had begun. Salt-tolerant rice thrives where others fail by acting as a sophisticated filter. In places where the soil is laced with salt and water is scarce, most crops simply cannot survive. But this remarkable rice variety has been engineered to do the impossible, transforming inhospitable land into fields of green. Normal rice struggles with salty water, dehydrating from within. The salt draws water out of the plant's cells, leaving them wilted and lifeless. Over time, the soil becomes even more hostile, making it nearly impossible for traditional rice to take root or grow. Salt-tolerant rice, however, has enhanced genes that block harmful sodium ions. These genetic improvements act like tiny gatekeepers, preventing salt from entering the plant's most sensitive tissues. Scientists have spent years identifying and introducing these traits, using both traditional breeding and advanced biotechnology. This selective process allows essential water and nutrients to nourish the plant. The rice can absorb what it needs to grow strong and healthy, even when the surrounding environment is harsh and unforgiving. It's a delicate balance, but one that's crucial for survival. The second line of defense involves compartmentalizing stray sodium ions in vacuoles. These tiny storage bubbles inside the plant's cells safely lock away excess salt, keeping it from interfering with vital processes like photosynthesis and growth. These storage lockers keep salt away from vital functions, allowing growth. As a result, the rice can continue to flourish, producing lush leaves and strong stems even in conditions that would destroy ordinary crops. This two-part strategy, filtering and storing, enables the rice to thrive. It's a powerful adaptation, giving farmers hope in regions once thought too barren for agriculture. It's a man-made adaptation, a shortcut in evolution. By harnessing the power of science, we've accelerated what would have taken nature centuries, if not millennia, to achieve. The rice itself remains unsalted, producing normal grain in abnormal conditions. This means that even in the harshest environments, communities can harvest the same nutritious rice they've always relied on. The science is complex, but the outcome is simple: food from barren land. What was once dry, lifeless earth is now transformed into a source of nourishment and hope. This innovation is a testament to human ingenuity. It's the result of collaboration between farmers, scientists, and visionaries determined to solve one of agriculture's toughest challenges. It shows that even the harshest environments can yield life. With the right knowledge and determination, we can turn deserts into oases and scarcity into abundance. A new era of agriculture is on the horizon, promising food security and hope for generations to come. The success of desert rice was more than a single harvest. It changed the land. Flooding the plot for rice initiated a process of desalination, leaching salts from the soil. This soil remediation was a bonus, making the land suitable for other crops. After rice, scientists planted cotton, which thrived in the improved soil. The plot became a multi-crop field, demonstrating a sustainable cycle. Rice improved the soil, followed by cash crops for economic returns. This model, if scaled, could transform saline alkali land across China. The project is about turning the desert into viable farmland. It creates a pathway for reclamation, healing the land one harvest at a time. A new agricultural frontier is emerging. In China, food security is a national priority, driven by a history of scarcity. With limited arable land, ensuring a stable food supply is crucial. The Xinjiang rice project is a strategic move in this larger game. Every new hectare of cultivable land is a victory for self-reliance. The saline alkali land represents China's last agricultural frontier. If even a fraction becomes productive, the impact on food supply is immense. The government promotes this technology as part of a broader strategy. It's about building a resilient agricultural system, less dependent on perfect conditions. The success in Xinjiang is a model for other regions facing similar challenges. China's breadbasket might soon include the once barren desert fringes. The implications of this breakthrough extend beyond China. Soil salinity and desertification are global challenges, exacerbated by climate change. The technology developed in China offers hope for affected regions worldwide. China shares this technology, establishing research centers in countries like Pakistan. This agricultural diplomacy builds relationships and addresses shared challenges. The success in Xinjiang is a model for adapting to local conditions. It demonstrates that science can reverse land degradation. The story of Xinjiang is one of cautious optimism, a narrative of creation. The green paddy in the desert symbolizes possibility, a blueprint for feeding a hungry world.